Hey everybody, Marina's here. I didn't even know I was going to say that. Marina's here. I'm here. Uh, I wanted to share something that really touched me this last week. I went to a Kundalini yoga class. I'm very, very interested and drawn to Kundalini lately. And in the class, the teacher said something I really needed to hear. There's a lot of talk about communication and the throat and opening up this area for expression. And he said, the ears are usually forgotten in this. Usually we focus on the mouth and the throat when it comes to this expression, but the ears are all part of communication. And this got me thinking. He had us do a meditation while we're sitting there and having huge elephant ears, and it feels so good. It's like my ears are enormous all week. I'm really tuning in and listening. And listening has such a bad rap. There's so many quotes. I was looking for listening quotes because I taught a yoga class on Sunday and I wanted to incorporate this theme. And I was thinking, it'd be nice to read a quote about listening. And every quote I found was something about how you have one mouth, two ears, so listen more than you speak. Or most people don't listen. Even Ernest Hemingway said some quote about how most people don't listen, the art of listening, etc. There's a lot about should with listening. Also a lot about how the best communicators are really good listeners. And to me, it's always felt like this is something I need to practice, this is something I need to work on, listening as a skill. But I want to give a little twist to it because I started to realize in that moment in Kundalini yoga about how active listening is. Listening is such an active meditation and paying attention. Just using your ears, and your ears are just one of your senses for hearing. I mean, it's just one of your senses, which is hearing. But just using that one sense of hearing, listening, and just sit for a moment right now with me and listen. I have humming of my refrigerator behind me. Sammy's chewing his bone. I hear a little. Outside a car just went by, so I heard a little bit of that. But even without the description of listening, just listening. So without interpreting, I just was interpreting the sounds, but just focusing into your ears hearing. When you do that, it's an active meditation. You can't think and listen at the same time. If you're really focusing on listening, of course you can think and listen at the same time, but if you're just really focusing in on the actual hearing and the sound, and fully putting all your attention and awareness and focus there, you can't think. So there's this whole idea about silencing the mind, that's what meditation is. Yoga talks about the practice of yoga is to ease this cessation of the chatter of the mind. Listening does this. And listening is just one of our senses. We could use any of our senses fully engaged to reach that state of quiet mind. And this isn't you trying to quiet your mind. You're just putting your focus on listening, or you're putting your focus fully on tasting or seeing. Listening is a great one because it's kind of, I think, an easy one. Even with touch, you could do it. But I think listening is such a simple one because eyes take in so much, and there's so much perception and interpretation happening through the eyes. But with your hearing, often you hear sounds, that you're going to interpret, you think you know what they mean, but I think hearing can be a little bit more detached. I mean, it depends on who you are. If you're a musician and you really tune into sound all the time. And I also thought to add to this a little bit in terms of one being the observer, sitting with this focused, one-pointed attention. It will ease your mind because you're using your mind to focus, but the chatter just can't come through. It might still be happening, but it can't because you're fully in that sense. The other thing I wanted to add to this is I was singing in my car on the way to work today, and it was the same thing. When I sing and I'm fully focused on the song, I can't think and sing at the same time. So I guess this applies to anything we do. Full focused attention to anything you do, and that mind chatter can't come through. That's, I guess, what they would call flow as well. When you're really working on something and you're fully focused, you're in the flow of using your mind for that attention. And it's such a freedom, and at the same time, it feels good because you're creating something. You are expressing, you're using your body and your creative mind and process as an instrument, versus torturing yourself with the mega amount of thoughts that come and go, which, good luck trying to manage all that. So a living meditation, listening, so simple. And I know it's so simple, but it just somehow sank in as a deeper understanding, and I've been playing with it this week, just listening. And it feels so good. It's so simple. So I wanted to share that with you. Have a beautiful day. Listen. Have a beautiful day. Ciao.